Well, boys, it's another day back out here at Elevated AF, and we have got a serious problem. We got no big lift trucks for sale. We got nothing. Unless we're counting this 4th gen Ram, which isn't even that lifted, but it actually might be sold. I have a guy looking at it to trade for this, I think, what is it, a GMC? Something or another? I don't know the model, but it's this big old GMC truck. It's actually pretty sweet. We're gonna see if we can work out a deal on a trade. He's just in the office right now talking over some numbers with one of my other guys there, but my hotshot driver just showed up here about 20 minutes ago with 2 new trucks for us. This 2024 F350 King Ranch, which we bought for a customer, and we're gonna be tearing this down and building a truck for him. And then we picked up this sweet F250 Limited, and this one is a 2023. And I think this is the perfect candidate for a big build, which we have not done in a while, so we're overdue. Anyways, I'm gonna get these unloaded, get them into the shop, and then I think we have to go look at another truck here. So it's gonna be a busy day. Man, I love these King Ranch Fords. In my opinion, they've got a better interior than a Limited. Now, this truck is a crew cab long box, and this one is a crew cab regular box. Now, the customer that we bought this truck for wants to kind of do like a off-road work truck type deal for his construction business, so we're gonna see what we can do for him. And then this truck's gonna be, of course, the opposite side of the spectrum on that one. It's going big, tall, pavement princess. Yeah, it should be fun. Okay, trade deal is done for this truck right here. So I now own this big old GMC. I was thinking about doing something to it, making some changes to it and that, but I think I'm just gonna leave it as it is. It's got these cool stacks in the back, but I'm just gonna put it up on the market, see if I can get a trade or maybe just sell it. But this guy's gonna be taking home a real nice 4th gen. Anyways, I gotta hop in a truck here, and we're gonna go take a look at another truck that I've been trying to buy for a while now. I've had my eye on this thing since I moved here, and the guy just has not wanted to sell it. And finally, he gave me a call yesterday night and said, hey, I want to sell it, make me an offer, and we'll see if we can work out a deal. And I made him an offer, and he accepted it, so we're gonna go pick this thing up. Oh man, there it is. It's undercover too. This guy just takes immaculate care of his trucks. He's got a whole shop full of them on the other side of town, but this one I guess he keeps around at his house. So this is a 1970 F-150 short box. Single cab short box. Not a whole lot's done to it. Slight lift, some American Racing wheels, and some bigger tires, and I think an exhaust, but this thing is just immaculate. Like, look at the paint. However, it's not original paint, I should say. But I'm gonna go give him the check, and we're gonna get this thing loaded up. I got the title. This truck is now mine. Oh man, look at the interior too. This is just wicked. Oh, it sounds so good too. All right, up on the trailer. Only I could get this guy to sell the rest of his collection, but I don't blame him. He's got a pretty wicked one. Maybe he'll let us see it one day. He doesn't just got Fords. He's got a bunch of 2nd gen Dodges too. Some 1st gen Dodges, just all the crazy stuff. So this one's actually not a dent side, it is a bump side, which personally I prefer the dent sides, but bump sides are still pretty cool. Because if you look at the side of it, it's not a dent in the side, it's a bump. All right, back at the shop, and it looks like the guy's got that GMC all washed off and probably listed on the website by now. Let's get this thing unloaded. It's going right into the shop because I got a few little changes I'd like to make to it. Not much though, I want to leave this thing pretty much how it is. I don't know yet. This thing might be going in my personal collection. And speaking of my personal collection, I know there is 2 trucks here, which I said I'd never really sell unless I got a really good offer, and I happened to get a wicked offer on this OBS F350. It's a crew cab. It's got the whole fiberglass kit on the side, so it looks pretty wicked. The interior is wicked nice, but I got an offer I just couldn't pass up, so it's getting loaded up on the hotshot truck and getting sold. The 1st gen Dodge, this one's staying. I got a couple little plans for this one too. Eventually, once I move to my new shop and get my own house again, I will have quite the OBS Ford collection, but I think I want one of these OBS crew cab dualies without fiberglass kit on the side. I mean, it looks cool, but I don't know. I think we can do better. Actually, you know what? I gotta load up something else first. We sold one of the Defenders, and this has got to get delivered actually pretty close to where this OBS sold, so it's gonna be perfect opportunity. We've just been waiting to have a truck go up that way. Let's see if I can just climb up this here. Yep. Oh boy, I'm gonna smash one of my lights. Oh well. This one's going on the front of the trailer though. We've been selling these Defenders a little slower than I thought we would, but they're still selling, so we only got one more left. After that one sells, I'll probably buy another 2 or something like that. All right, strap this down. Okay, hotshot truck is ready to go. Okay, so it's been a couple days here. Guys have been working hard, and I think 2 of the trucks are done, but speaking of trucks, we got a semi-truck out here to pick up the big old GMC. That's right, I sold this big old, kinda ugly, but kinda cool looking truck. It's sweet, but it's gotta go, and oh man, it's loud. I mean, just look at this red interior. This is something. Man, this thing barely fits on the trailer. Anyway, I think this is going to some sort of trucking company or something, so best of luck to him with this thing. Anyways, back to the trucks that are finished. So the one that we were working on for a customer here, this F350 King Ranch, it is finished, and it looks pretty dang wicked. We put a bit of a lift on it, some thick tires, real meaty ones, some Rhino wheels, ranch hand brush guard, ton of strobe lights, extra fuel tank and toolbox, light bar on the top, some pod lights, back rack, all the good stuff. So this thing is ready to go. Also did some custom upfitting with these rear tail lights. The other Ford, we're just waiting on the lift to get back from powder coat, and then that's going in. We got the rest of the parts ready to go for it, so that should be done shortly. And then the 70s Ford, pretty much all we did was tinted out the windows and put some boggers and different weld wheels on it, which I don't know how I feel about the stretched bogger look. Let me know what you guys think of it in the comments. I'm kind of on the fence about it. And then about half an hour ago, we had this guy drop off, I think it's a 2010 Duramax, and basically he said he wanted something very specific, very purpose-built. He wants a super lifted welding truck on boggers with a hood stack and all paint matched. And I'm like, we can do that. We can do that. He's like, I want the ultimate backcountry work truck. I'm like, well, if you want to go with boggers in that, it's probably not the best if you got to get to the backcountry first. He's like, oh no, this thing's staying in the backcountry. So I don't know. We got an idea of what we want to do. We ran it by him, and he wants to do that. So I guess we're gonna see how this goes. Anyways, I'm gonna get this parked over here. The owner should be here shortly to come pick it up. And then this truck's getting parked right next to the square body. Because why not? Dang, it looks pretty cool. Maybe it needs some wheels like this. I don't know. Well, it's been about another week here. Things ran a couple days over schedule because of waiting on parts, but I think it's safe to say everything turned out well worth it. The F250 is a lot higher off the ground now. So this truck is wicked big now. We put a 15-inch Elevate kit on it, 30-inch Outlaw forged wheels, 44-inch tires, paint matched everything pretty near, shed some exhaust weight if you know what I mean, and just made this thing a wicked big truck. The only thing we forgot to do was paint match the emblem, but we'll get on that eventually. And I think it perfectly matches the side-by-side over there. We'll take a look at that in a second. Quite possibly one of the craziest work trucks in terms of wheel setups I've done. So we ended up going with some different Chevy stock wheels. The guy was very specific that it just needed to be tall enough. He didn't care if it rubbed or if it literally dug into the body of the truck. He just wanted it tall enough to fit 39-inch boggers. That's all he wanted it tall enough for, so he could still work off the bed of the truck. And you can. We put a flatbed on it, kitted it out with all sorts of good stuff. Air compressor, toolbox, Yeti cooler with speakers, welder, all the good stuff. And then, yeah, the boggers might be rubbing on the bed just a little bit. And then a big old hood stack and some serious power mods. That and a big old ranch hand on the front. Now, it's not exactly the most ideal work truck for, well, working, but he wanted something that would dig through the backcountry, and, well, this will, I suppose. Oh, and I guess we tinted it right out. So, yeah, this thing rolls coal. It's got big old tires, and it looks pretty dang ridiculous. So I know right where this truck's going. Oh, yeah, right up here. And then, of course, the side-by-side has got to go right here. Oh, yeah, that matches pretty dang good. The only thing, if this truck was a King Ranch, it'd have matching interior, but not quite. Okay, well, I moved some stuff around, and the dealership's looking a little bit better than it was, but I've seriously got to get some more normal-ish trucks in here because we have either got super old, big and tall, or really fast, and then there's just a random Jeep. Because the average person that comes in to buy a truck, they're not going to want to buy something that's just ridiculously fast, and all of these are that. But anyways, hope y'all enjoyed. Subscribe, and goodbye.